Welcome to Kaydin's Passage. We have Lawrence Hooper, Leanne Robinson, and Natalie Otto as Kaydin's panelists. Kaydin is going to be doing some work share, and we ask that panelists, you wait until she asks you for your questions and comments. Just bring those on her, and she's ready to roll.
Thanks for coming to my passage today.
You are welcome. Nice to see you.
Thanks for coming to my passage today. Thanks for coming to my passage today. Now I will read my personal statement. Welcome. My name is Kaydin. Thank you for being at my passage today. First, I would like to share with you a little bit about who I am as a person. I am 8 years old. I live right outside of Winthrop with my mom and my dad in a one-story house that my grandpa built before I was born. I never met my grandpa. I've been in the community school for 3 years. Before the community school, I went to Methow Valley Elementary School. My passion outside of school is guitar because it makes me feel good when I learn a new song. At the end of my passage, I look forward to sharing more about one of my passions, guitar. One of my character strengths is appreciation. An example that I did for appreciation is I love to make picture frames for people. And on families' birthdays, I make them homemade gifts. They love it. I need to work on empathy. An example is when I work with a partner and they don't agree, I kind of don't show empathy towards them. I would like for people to treat me with respect because it makes me feel good inside and outside. I show good teamwork by not just listening to my ideas, I listen to others' ideas too. Now I would like to share a character letter written by Anna Patterson, my good character.
I have known Kaydin since she first came into this world and have been lucky enough to witness her to grow into the amazing young girl she is today. I have watched her act with all the character values included in your CARES program as both a student of mine and as a friend. In recent years, though, I've been able to watch and appreciate her character as a very dear friend and caregiver to my son, Enzo. She is not only patient and loving, but helps to teach Enzo about cooperation, responsibility and respect, empathy, and self-control through active demonstration. Kaydin gracefully includes Enzo in her games with friends, encourages him, and shares with him. When you see someone love and care for a child much younger than herself without prompting, you can see that her character is strong and selfless, and that her goodwill is a part of everything that she does. Sincerely, Anna Patterson.
Next, I would like to share with you who I am as a learner. One of my academic strengths is science. I didn't know a lot about birds, but now I know a lot more about birds because of my research. I enjoy seeing all the birds I had not recognized before and hearing them sing. I feel like I need to work on reading because I sometimes struggle on the words. I'm showing most growth in math because I'm learning to remember my multiplication tables. My favorite book is The BFG by Roald Dahl. My favorite genre is fiction. Our expedition this year is flight. In the beginning of this school year, we studied human flight. At the end of the year, we're studying a bird that we picked. I picked the yellow warbler. The most interesting learning this year was the flight tunnel because I learned a lot about how to fly. Now I would like to share some of my work with you as evidence of who I am as a learner. I have chosen to share my spelling test. This piece involved my teacher picking words out of my writing that I had spelled wrong. I practiced my words with a partner and by myself. I chose this piece to share because I enjoyed taking spelling tests and seeing if I got my words right or wrong, and because it shows my growth. This piece is evidence that it helps me become a better speller, and I notice sometimes when I spell something wrong. Questions or comments?
What was the hardest word on
Probably favorite, found, and ground.
What did you do to help yourself remember how to spell them?
I just kept practicing them, and sometimes I still get stuck on them. I just practice them with a partner, and sometimes I would let my partner take my paper and try to spell them, but I've been trying to get better at them. Now I will go into my math. I have chosen to share my word-bird problems. I had to write a math word problem about birds. I had to draw a picture to make my problem clearer. I had to write a word problem that makes sense. I chose this piece to share because it was my first time making a word problem about birds. And I liked when we glued the birds on my paper. Then I forgot
The
to
original? Can I ask you a question about your
Oh
math?
yeah, questions or comments?
I'm curious about how you came up with the ideas for your word problem. You guys brainstorm together, or?
Well, what we did, there was a piece of paper that, like, you could just, that had the birds, and you could choose which bird you wanted and which bird you wanted. You could just choose a bird, and then you could, it had this paper if you wanted to do how far it flew, so like miles or feet or how far it flew basically. And yeah, you just wrote about like the cedar waxwing and the yellow. Yeah.
And you had those numbers to help
Mhm.
you with that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. chosen to share my bird field guide. This piece involves creating one group field guide, writing a field guide about myself, choosing my bird, researching my bird in field guides and the internet. Sorted information, wrote, organized, and edit my own field guide. I chose this piece to share because I really liked learning more about birds and painting them. This piece is evidence that I can be focused on drawing different parts of my bird and taking my time on detail and making sure it makes sense. Questions or comments?
What's one cool fact you learned about the warbler? Something that surprised you?
I learned that when there's this bird called the cowbird, and it comes and sometimes takes over their nest, and then the yellow warbler just builds another nest on top of it, and that's really
On top of the first nest?
yeah.
It's very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Kaydin, did you like writing your poem?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Because it's good.
Yeah, my favorite part was when the part, that verse, where we
Yeah.
were around.
Yes, that's neat.
Yeah.
So even though spelling can be hard for you, you like writing?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
There's one, this is the one that I really painted in. There was one more that is a copy. I have chosen to share my fall trees. This piece involved paint, straw-blowing, splatter painting, and water. We also looked at the leaves on trees to help us. I chose this piece to share because it was fun and pretty. It was fun because of the splatter painting. It was pretty because of the colors I chose. This piece is evidence that I can draw a tree and know what colors to do on watercolor of a tree. Questions or comments?
Tell me about how you did the splatter painting.
The
I'm
splatter
not as
painting?
familiar with that technique. Can you explain to me how you put the different pieces of your painting together?
So we got a paintbrush and we dipped it in paint and then water, and we would put our finger on the paintbrush and go like this, and it would make all these cool colors. Like it would just like make splats everywhere like that. It was really fun.
Have you done any at home? Ever tried splatter painting at home?
I think I did a lot of finger painting, and I think I did. Yeah. So,
Kaydin, did you use any techniques you learned from this to work on your bird art and your warbler? Any of it connect?
I guess just picking the right colors, I guess. Yeah. And mixing colors. I mixed colors and I mixed colors.
It makes sense.
Now I'll move on passion is guitar. I got interested in guitar when I got it on my birthday. I've been playing for 8 months. I like guitar because I love music. I also like learning new songs. My goal is getting better at guitar. I look up to my uncle that also plays the guitar. I look up to him because he's a good teacher. I have brought props in to help teach you more about my passion. My props are a guitar pick and a piece of paper that has my song on it. And now I would like to demonstrate a pick exercise and then a song called Hit the Road Jack. And pass these around. First I'm going to do my pick exercise, then I will do and then first I think my pick exercise I will do, I'll just go over the strings and say what they're called. This one is E, A, I'm sorry, I need to get the pick out.
It's really, there isn't it? There we go.
Okay, so this is E, A,